Here's the exact text I sent to my family to prepare them for the rules and guidelines that we'd like them to follow when they meet our newborn baby in 3 days. So a bit of background, we have a group called Baby Watch where my husband and I have been sharing updates of the baby, of the scans. We do a daily countdown of how many days until the scheduled C-section. And this is the group with the people who are most likely to meet the baby in the first few weeks, I'd say. It's basically just immediate family. So in response to today's countdown, which was 3 days, I said, yay, so excited. Now feels like a good time to let you all know about some of the baby guidelines we'll be asking you to follow. These are important to us, so please let me know if any questions. And the rules start pretty basic. I think these are pretty standard nowadays for newborns. The first is please wash your hands before holding the baby. The second is please don't visit if sick, even if you have a small tickly throat. We really want to avoid anyone who's feeling even slightly sick seeing our baby because we do not want to end up in the hospital. 3 was please don't kiss the baby anywhere, hands, back, feet, etc. for the first few months. Only mom and dad are allowed to kiss him until his immune system is a little more mature. I wanted to specify the parts of the body that were not allowed. I wanted to make it clear that it's not just no kissing on the face, but it's no kissing anywhere. No kissing is a rule that we're going to be really strict on. I've already told my mom as well, who's going to be staying with us for 2 to 3 months, that she's not allowed to kiss him either. And she was very understanding of this. It's just mom and dad of the baby who are allowed to kiss him. And along a similar note, number 4 is please don't put your finger in his mouth. Babies obviously have the sucking reflex, and I think people think it's cute to put their fingers in his mouth. We do not want him to get sick in his first few weeks of life. We do not want him to spend any more time in a hospital than he absolutely has to. The next one is around vaccinations. So there were certain vaccines that we were advised by our doctor to get for myself, but also for people around us who will be spending time with the baby. Those vaccines take a while to kick in. So if people have left it to the last minute, those vaccines won't yet be fully in effect. So we're asking people if they either didn't get the vaccine or if they are in a period of waiting for the vaccine to kick in to please wear a mask if holding him. We're not going to make people wear a mask in the house all the time. It's just if someone kind of has him in their arms, we want to protect him as much as possible. Number 6, please don't announce the birth or post on social media about him without asking mom and dad first. This is one that I feel like should go without saying, but this is what I thought when we announced our pregnancy. And my aunt then went to my wedding group chat from 4 years ago and congratulated us. And then we had everyone who attended our wedding knowing that we were pregnant without us telling them. So I know she didn't mean it. I'm not mad. Water under the bridge. But I want to just be crystal clear that we do not want any announcements on social media without our permission or until we've done it first. Number 7, please don't FaceTime people and put me or the baby on the phone without asking, especially in that first week. I had a myomectomy about 1.5 years ago and my recovery was really, really tough. So I said after my myomectomy, I felt terrible. And so I'm preparing for a similar recovery, if not harder, this time around. Please be patient with me. And this is something that I can especially see older generations doing, like my dad. I could totally see him calling his dad and just shoving the camera in my face. So I'm just trying to set the expectation up front of if you want us to say hi to someone on FaceTime, please just give me a heads up. Don't just shove the phone in my face. As for number 8, for those staying in our house, please don't take calls from the living room if I'm in bed with the baby. We can hear everything and I really want to heal as fast as possible. We're going to have my mom, my dad, and my sister staying with us. So again, I just wanted to set the expectation that if you're staying in our house, that's totally fine, but we want a calm, relaxing environment. And one of the ways that that's going to manifest itself for me is if you have a call, please do not do it in the living room. And then I ended the text by saying, to manage everyone's expectations, I don't know when I'll be ready for visitors, so please bear with us. My husband will let you know, but whenever it is, especially to begin with, I'd like to ask that visits are kept brief and relaxed. And for those staying with us, that the house is kept calm and quiet. My priority will be healing as fast as possible, establishing our bond, and figuring out breastfeeding. I'd like to be able to whip out the girls whenever I want. Thank you for understanding. And this was my way of telling my in-laws, if you're visiting, no problem, but please keep visits brief. Like I'm thinking no longer than maybe 20-25 minutes, especially in that first week when I'm going to be in bed feeling rubbish. And for my family who's staying with us, so we're going to have an extra 3 people in the house. So just asking them to keep things quiet and relaxed. What I didn't want to have happen, because my in-laws and my family get along really well, is for my in-laws to come over and then they put the football on the TV and then everyone's hanging out and having a good time and I'm in bed feeling rubbish. So I really wanted to protect my peace and just set the expectation up front so that we're all on the same page, because I think it's easier for me to do it now than later on. So I hope that helps. I feel really good about this text. I think I had a lot of anxiety about sending it until this morning when I woke up and I'd spent the night with pregnancy insomnia, honestly feeling anxious about what the next few weeks are going to look like and just wanting to make sure that I was prioritizing myself. And I figured, you know what, if I'm going to be selfish at any point in my life, I should be allowed to be selfish in the first 2 weeks, at least, after I have spent 38 weeks growing a baby and then having the baby and figuring out how to be a mom. I want to protect my peace. And so this text, I think, is going to help me do that. But let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear if there were any rules that you included that I didn't. If you sent a similar text out, let me know.